Hey guys, Adam here. Welcome to the first ever Disc Golf Valley player toolbox. The first video is about the putting function. How do you use it well? How do you use it to its full potential? So I'm going to go to practice modes, and then I'm going to go to putting practice, and that's where I'll be spending time. Here's how it works. Choose a putter. You can aim it if you want. You take the disc, you swipe back, you swipe forward. Pretty simple. You probably know how to do that if you play Disc Golf Valley at all. The tutorial probably gave that away for you. But there's a lot more to consider about putting that I think most people gloss over. And I think a lot of Disc Golf Valley players have a love-hate relationship, maybe more of a hate-hate relationship with their putting in the putting function. And that's because I find often the underlying factor there is they rush it and they get a spit out or miss their aim. Or maybe their thumb just isn't, or finger or whatever they're using, they don't feel they're accurate with that. So I would say you're more accurate than you think. And watch this video to the end before you make any conclusions. Okay, so I've just been putting a little bit here. Here's my first piece of advice. Pick a putter and stick with it. Do an example here. So this Berg, I love the way this putts. And I use it actually over my Keystone, even though I throw in with my Keystone Berg Infuse. I love the way the Berg putts. It is a brick. It putts so straight, laser beam, even in massive winds. It's crazy. The Keystone gives me a little bit more action off the putt, and the Fuse as well. But watch this Berg, laser beam. Now you don't need to putt with the Berg. You can putt with, the Fuse. You can putt with the Keystone. You can putt with your Hope or whatever you like to putt with. Some people don't even bag putters and they just putt with their mid. And that's fine. You can putt with the mid. Here, watch. See? I actually swiped to the left a little bit there. It wasn't a straight pull. So here, let's try that again. Show you. Yeah, so you can, that's pretty straight, right? My only caveat here is don't putt with fairways unless you're trying to do a fairway challenge or something like that. Watch this Raptor. And now this is an overstable disc, so I'm kind of like exaggerating for effect here, but watch. See how that just like decided to dump left? You don't want that when you're putting because that's more for you to factor in. You want your putt to be as laser beamy as possible. As straight as possible. That's my first piece of advice. Pick a putter and stick with it. Second piece of advice, remember to aim. So there's a couple things I want to touch on with this. First of all, the default aim is usually wrong. Just assume that it's wrong. That's probably your best way to like start to develop a feel for putting is to just assume default aim is wrong. This is downhill slightly. I'm at 7 meters. It's pretty short. If I putt this on default aim, watch what's going to happen. Okay, that was a bad putt edge there. If I hit center pole there, that would have been halfway up the chains. Halfway up the chains. That's spit out territory. And you probably have done that in a multiplayer round or in a daily challenge or something. You're like, oh yeah, this is a short little putt, and then we'll just, throw it in there, and then all of a sudden gets you spit out. Well, that's because you forgot to aim. Why do you aim with your throw-ins? Why do you aim with your drives, but you don't aim with your putt? Remember to aim. Now, it's just, I think it's a mental thing as well, because like the basket's so close, it's right there, and you just want to get it. See here, watch, remember to aim. So there's this bush here. This one doesn't have collision, but I'm just showing you. In the middle, it was like this. On the course, you're probably gonna get collision out that bush. You pull to the left, and then you adjust. You come back to the basket, and then you're good. Bang. Completely avoided the bush there. So that's another key. Adjust your stance. And I would say if you need to do stance adjustments, do that first and then adjust your height. But you can do the other way around. I don't really care. It's just more work because once you adjust your stance, you're going to need to re-lock on the basket anyways. Okay, default aim is usually wrong. This is slightly uphill, but it's shorter. This default aim might just barely creep over the rim. Just my hunch here. Yeah. It kind of actually rode the top of the rim before it went in. Same with this one, similar idea, just creeping over the rim. You don't really want to be just creeping over the rim like that because that's kind of getting dicey. You might not, the cage might, not like you very much. Here, watch this now. Downhill, 9 meters. Default aim, watch this. Look how high that was. If that had a rubber band effect there, that would have shot out of the basket and give me a spit out. And we don't want that. So, if you want a rule of thumb, if you play in meters, anywhere up to 10 meters, I'd say default aim is too high. And then a little bit after that, you can maybe play around with using default aim. And then after that, you need a lift. And anything uphill, like you're lifting anyways. Downhill, you're dropping aim. Like downhill's like probably so here, uphill 10 meters, like this might barely creep over the rim. Let's try it. So it does, but you really want to lift there just to make sure that you get in there. You don't want to be just barely creeping over the rim. If you want to have an aim point for your chains, I'd recommend bottom third is a good place to start. So pick a putter, stick with it, remember to aim, assume the default aim is wrong, adjust your stance, do that. And then the third thing is, think outside the box. There's many ways to use the putter, or there's a few ways to use the putter besides just this way right here, straight on the basket, boom. So I'm gonna take you to a couple courses here. So first of all, let's try Ikigai Springs 8. That's a fun one. A lot of people use that. They get a bad wind maybe. Oh, 2 wind out of the right. I'm going to go here. I'm going to purposely aim this right, by the way. So it goes more right. Oh no, what happened? We're pretty far away. I don't know if I want to run this and then go splooshy. So what do? You take your putter. You go putt. Now you could do a gentle little throw-in, or you could putt it. That was a kind of weird ground play, but you see what I mean? Putting reduces the effect the wind has, is what I've found, anyhow. But, yeah. That was a bad example. I mean, I'd probably throw that just because I'm farther away there. But, if you're closer, but you're not, like, close enough and you got a nasty wind or something, like, that's probably when you want to putt that. Another example, maybe, let's actually go to a different course here. Let's go Ikigai Enzo 9. If your drive isn't quite all the way down there, so I'll use the water skip to hopefully go short of it. Your drive isn't quite all the way down there. And it's kind of a little bit of a dicey throw-in. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, so I could throw this in, but it's 49, pretty far away. And I don't want to like beam long past the basket. So what do? Gently put this into a throw-in spot. And then there you go. You have a throw-in spot. You can throw in with whatever throwing disc you want. I'm just messing around right now, which is why I threw in with the Berg. But normally I reserve that for strong left to right winds. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about around the world putting, but honestly, this is a perfect fit for it. So I'm going to talk about that too. So let's do some holes where maybe we might need to do that. Let's try first Harrowing Woods, hole 7, Spider Tree. So if you've ever tried to ace run this hole, or you're in a weird spot, the limbs can really just restrict where you land. So let's try to give this an ace run here. If we go in, we'll just do it again, I guess. Okay, so we just parked it. Cool. Doesn't always work out like that, right? So do it again. Ace run this. Okay, here's an example. So you end up right. That's not ideal. If you try to putt this straight on, it's just nasty. You don't have access to the tree. So what do? You pull to the right. Oh, I have a little bit more chain, but not quite. What do? You pull your stance over. Oh, there's more chain. Oh, there's more chain. Ah. Now, what you do is you take your putter, you drag it over. As long as you're holding it, you're fine. And then you putt it. And that's the around the world putt. Some places people use that is Spider Tree if you're out of position. Also Harrowing Woods. Like, what's another example? Harrowing Woods. Oh, I'm blanking now. Sorry, guys. Harrowing Woods 1, if you're ace running that. So let's go for the ace run here. Cool if we just hit this just for fun, but going for the ace run. Ooh, decent effort. And then it's out here. Uh-oh. tree limbs in the way. Take your putter, go to your putt function, pull to the right. Oh, there's a little gap there. Pull over just a hair, lift up right there. Maybe a little higher. One thing I will say when you're around the worlding is when you turn your camera, you actually get closer to the basket. So you actually don't need to lift your aim as much as you think because it's already lifted for you. Just FYI. Now, my finger slipped there, but because I'm just trying to demonstrate here. But if I'm actually taking my time here, we go down, we putt. Like, see how that was, again, I'm still messing around here, but see, it had a chance. Or you can take your chances and try to throw in. And I'm using the Berg here, try to throw in, you're gonna bend it slightly. This one, I still have a little bit of access, so I didn't necessarily have to go putt function there, and it works. Another thing with that is you can putt through objects sometimes. What's an example of that? I like Northern Breeze. Actually, Northern Breeze is more of a around the thing. What's a through the putt through? Okay, let's go with Coyote Canyon 2, maybe. You can go through a wall. So if we go Coyote Canyon 2. So we're up here. Your drive's pretty good. But then what happens? Uh-oh. I totally whiffed my next shot into this wall. Well, that's dumb. Now you have to be kind of glued on the wall, otherwise you need to get a little creative. I'm not glued on the wall, so I can't go through it right away. Actually, and this isn't even the best example of me putting through things. Watch. So with this, because I'm holding it, I can go in and then putt through this wall. And then it allows me to be through. A better example is like maybe Lost Island 5. And I'll just show you this last one, and then I'll recap and then call that a video. Really, putting function is not too hard. I'm just trying to get a little creative with showing you some things you can do with it. So Lost Island 5. Say you're going on roller play, maybe. It's a fun one. I don't think most people like going this play, but it's a fun play. If you don't park it, I might just actually... Okay, we're going to try that again. Try to purposely get left here. So I'm going to go roller play. Man, my roller play is good today. I should go for the course record today on Lost Island. This roller play is working out, guys. Yeah, this is the roller play, by the way. Pretty fun. Not what I was trying to do right now, though. Okay, say you're going roller play. We'll get one here. We'll get one in position. Okay. Screw it. I'm gonna do this here. This will work. Oops, I need to go backhand here. What am I doing? Ay. Backhand right there. Now, say you end up against this wall here. Or not. Well, I can't get up against that wall if I tried right now, apparently. So say you're going roller play then, I guess. Apparently the roller play is working for me. There we go. Okay, so you end up here sometimes, right? Now, all you need to do is turn your camera so that your camera's in the wall. Look at that. You can see things now. And then you can putt through. Obviously, you'd want to go over that wall. But you see, like, you can putt through it. You can actually throw through this as well. And if you tried to just do it without adjusting anything, you're screwed. So you got to learn to think outside the box. There, that's a better example for you. Still throwing, I think, would have been better. I'm just trying to show you putting here. Oh, apparently it doesn't like me. So, bonus little clip here is I'm going to do a forehand throw in here. Oh, yeah, you can't avoid that if the basket wants to be mean to you. Okay, to recap. Firstly, pick a putter, stick with it. Secondly, remember to aim. Don't rush these short shots because they're so close. That's what gets you in trouble. That's what gets you spit outs. That's what gets you angry. And that's what causes you to have a blow up. And then thirdly, remember to think outside the box. How else can you use the putting function to suit your needs at a given moment? Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. This is a bit of a clunky first video. Bear with me as I work on it in the future videos to come. And so, Disc Golf Player Toolbox, video 1 over.